welcome back to the channel. It's me, Alana. We're gonna watch some Attack on Titan today. Alrighty then. We had last left off where we kind of got more of a understanding of how Flock is the way he is. It was kind of thrown out there when we had saw Yelena talking to his name Pixis that Flock was one of their guards. Yelena's I guess location was not too far from where Eren was, so they're thinking that they were all in cahoots with one another, or maybe Flock was inspired or kind of agreed with probably what was transpiring between the two. I don't know how true that is, but all I know is that Eren has to have a reason for what he's doing. We see him kind of like wanting things to change so freaking bad, and he's really not trying to resort into the rumbling. Oh, rumbling. Thank you guys so freaking much for clearing that up for me about the colossal titans and the walls themselves. So thank you so very much, because at first I just thought they were regular titans that were just told to it must have slipped my mind that they had stated that they were all colossal titans and the king had them placed in the walls to protect I guess the kingdom or whatever like that, right? All right, so to form the walls, I mean. So yeah, we have that, and they're now having the Hizuru clan, and then that one guy with the white beard and the white hair. I know they're talking about this experiment or whatever to see the chaos of the rumbling. So what they want to see if what they're gonna call some of the titans out of the wall, and to get an experiment of exactly what the colossal titans can do. Maybe we see there's a new flying ship that is brought to. Did I say Wano? I hope I didn't say Wano. I just got done watching One Piece. Paradis. So they brought the flying device, a flying boat, to Paradis. Okay, so we're here now. We also go back to Marley, and we see in Marley that through all this, Reiner is trying to get back. They're not trying to wait for the 6-month, I guess what, alliance that they're going to make with the other world leaders and then attack Paradis. But you know what I was thinking? What if, Zeke thoroughly thought everything through and then set volunteers out to these prospective countries, all the ones that were sit directly in front, right? And then had people kind of in cahoots with them who were willing to get rid of these old leaders so then they can step up, and then cut ties altogether with Marley. Because if you think about it, that would be very smart if he did do that, because nobody should actually like Marley right now. Yes, they have the Titans, but like, if you really think about it, I mean, yes, their leaders got killed, but who's to say they were good leaders? Who says that people love them? You know what I mean? They probably had factions within their own country to where they didn't like the leader. So if the volunteers were to step forward and talk to these said parties and this said group, who's to say that he had a backup plan for that? That would be very handy. But for Reiner and the rest of the guys wanting to go to Paradis, I'm very anxious to see how this is going to work, because there's so much kind of like turmoil that's going in Paradis right now. We have people who don't think Eren needs to be locked up, and we have people who, like Hanji, who has to kind of like think these through, and she's flustered right now. She has so much weight on her shoulders. It's very stressful for her right now, and I kind of feel bad for her. And they're all they're trying to do is do the right thing and what's best for the alien people. And then you guys also, for clearing up Historia, they keep on going back and forth with the flashback. So right now Historia is pregnant with her first baby, okay, and she hasn't gave birth yet, so we have that going on. And everybody was like wondering, who is this guy? Because we had those one the table, and the guy was talking about we should just feed her to the Tzazik anyways, and she thought she was funny by getting pregnant and yada 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 yada. But then we see the that one server go down, and then we see Niccolo down there. It's like, you were looking for this. So I'm wondering, what is going on in the shadows? Because we see Niccolo looking like he being sus with giving him the wine. What they got up their sleeves too. There's so many things that's happening within Paradise. Like, we have just two different viewpoints going on, and two different types of, not two, but too many different types of people here in order to get things kind of like aligned. And this is going to be very stressful. Okay, I'm gonna save the annoying part for last. We had Gabi and our boy Falco escape the prison, which I don't understand why they only had one guy on duty with them. Man, they did not think things through with that. They gave Gabi not enough credit for everything she's done. I understand, because some of y'all are so fucking annoying, man. Tomorrow, Gabi's whole life changed and yada this, and she's brainwashed and da 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 this and da 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 that. Alright, I'll be honest with you guys. Yes, she's had it rough. Yes, she lost a lot. She was trying to be a good Eldian from what she has been saying and what she has been taught, and follow the rules in Marley to then make the lives of her Eldian people better through her actions and showing her loyalty in order to make their name good for the people of for her people to do better, to get out of the little walls they already have in Marley, and for everybody around the world to see that they're good people. But what frustrates me about that is not so much her. It's not so much her viewpoint. It's the fact that the ones around her, the grown-ups around her, are so stupid to where, yes, I said they're stupid, because are you telling me none of them can see how there haven't been having any progress since they've been confined into these little, their own personal little strongholds and their own little walls? Have they not seen it not get better for them at all? Like, nothing has really gotten better. People still call them devils. People of Marley still hate them. Nothing's getting better. So if I was them, I would be like, how long would it take for things to get better? Like, we're doing this, we're defeating these countries for you, and you still treat us like trash. Yes, there are probably sprinkles here and there of good people who see Eldians as being great, beings, and they're not just these devils that they are proclaiming them to be, i.e. the guards that were nice to Gabi, Falco, and the rest of the candidates. You know what I mean? They were cool with them. Even Maggoth at times, yes, he sees them as accessories for his cause, but he was still, kind of very cordial to them in that aspect. But the rest of the country hated them. The people in the other countries hated them. So in actuality, Marley really wasn't helping the Eldian people, look great in people's eyes. If anything, they were holding them hostage and in bondage to the idea of them being devils. And we're using them because they are devils. And they're going to do our bidding because they deserve it. They don't deserve anything less or anything more than being where they are right now and being our weapons. To me, it's kind of annoying because Gabi's family is so that they are fine with how they're living here because they want to become as close to Marley as possible. They're like bootlickers to the oppressor, and I hate that so bad. And yes, y'all can come in here and flame me. I don't give a fuck, because at the end of the day, to me, that's wrong. That is wrong. It's what us black people used to call guys that were like derogatory term, like Uncle Toms and stuff, because you're so caught up into looking good and the opposer, to the oppressor's eyes, that you have your own people here who are suffering. And I don't like that. That's how I view it. You guys have your own few thoughts, and that's fine. We're here to have different viewpoints, and that is perfectly good and dandy. But I tell you one thing, I don't like it, and that's just personal for me. And we can have a conversation, but I don't really think you guys are gonna change my mind. So you guys can chat and all you want to, unless you bring up a great idea or something that clicks for me to understand. There's nothing you're going to be able to say to change my mind at this moment. Because to me, yes, Gabi has a reason why. Gabi in particular has a reason why. But the people around her, I just feel like adult-wise, it's just sad and sickening. I do think that also Falco, you know, he had the best of it because of his uncle being part of the restorationists, and maybe his family may have had an actual idea of exactly what happened, and maybe their views kind of shaped them to think differently, while the other ones, which is not their fault, they didn't have the true story, did not have that knowledge. But for those who, I don't know, I just don't like it. I think it's great Falco has that aspect to him. And I know it's probably sad that Gabi doesn't. Maybe if Gabi had the same understanding as Falco, maybe then she would be different. But how she was brought up and how she was raised kind of warped her to become who she is. And that's sad. But I do think when we have opportunities for her to actually see the truth, she does a lot of double standard type of things. Would you guys think it on the opposite side? Y'all flipping a double standard to a double standard. I don't understand what logic y'all are thinking about that. When Falco was trying to explain to her about freaking Eren and why he was acting out the way he was and all that stuff, and she was like, how do you know? Were you there? Did you see it? Right? And then she goes over to she's in Paradise, and she sees Sasha's younger sister that Sasha had saved from the Titan thing in the town, and she saying like, you know, y'all are devils until y'all freaking accept your sins and yada yada yada, then you guys will keep getting, you know, these bad things happening to you. And she's just regurgitating the history that she was taught, right? But in my head it's like, you're regurgitating the history that you think is true, the history that you have been fed, that you have been given. Who's to say that it's actually true? You know what I'm saying, is the question. But you're regurgitating this and you're telling her this is why you guys are the way you are, and this is why bad things are happening to you. But then you flip it back, you're like, were you there? Did you see it, Gabi? So why, how do y'all consider that to be a flip side to her? And when she was the first one that kind of brought the whole, you know, did you see it type of thing. And then when, you know, she's here and she's regurgitating the same thing, like yada 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 yada, you guys are bad devils, and she just spitting off this truth to where it has actually no concern to this poor young girl, and y'all are fine with what she's saying. I don't get it. And I appreciate the ones who are very neutral in the comments, who are seeing both sides and aren't taking sides and saying how both parties are wrong. Because at the end of the day, both parties are wrong. But it's like right now, I don't think any sides should be taken. I do actually, you know, I'm not siding with Eren saying he's right. But for me, I've been watching Eren and this group of people go through all this shit. And for here, I'm not going to switch up my loyalty to Eren because of what he did. I'm going to have faith in him. Hopefully, yes, he did a shitty thing, but I'm hoping that he could eventually make right of that. So it's not me saying, you know, Team Eren or Team Gabi. I'm just like, look, I've been with this guy since the beginning. I'm hoping he makes things right. I'm not Team Gabi whatsoever. And I'm not saying I'm necessarily Team Eren, but I do have a connection to these guys because I've been watching these guys for so long. I have no loyalty to Gabi at this moment. That's all I'm trying to say. And I'm sorry that I ran my mouth for 15 minutes, but you guys be pissing me the heck off, man, with the whole Team Eren, Team Gabi type of freaking mess. Just watch the show and enjoy the show. It's great that we can go back and forth and, you know, get our ideas and get our theories out there and be able to talk to one another. But sometimes you guys are so freaking draining and it's kind of toxic. It's like we're trying to enjoy a show and you guys are saying, oh, this person sucks because they're Team Eren and this person sucks because they're Team Gabi. I hate Gabi. I hate Eren. It's like, just watch the fucking show. Enjoy it for what it is. But yeah, I'm sorry to ramble. I hope you guys don't get too mad at me. The ones who actually stayed with this 16 minutes of hearing me rambling, I appreciate you understanding or trying to see where my thoughts were. And if you flame me in the comments, I don't care. Your comments probably going to get deleted. Because ain't no negativity here, boo-boo. So without further ado, let us just go ahead and jump on into the next episode. Let go. Oh, Armin's still talking to Annie. I wonder, is there going to be a day she's just going to bust out of that chrysalis? Bitch. Don't ban me for coming back. Aw. I feel bad for Annie because Annie was the first one to say, let's just go back. This didn't go right. And then here they are. All this stuff happened because of Reiner trying to be a good alien. Oh, see, turmoil already starting in Paradise. They kind of forced their hand into releasing Eren, huh? What, to go talk to Eren to figure out what his deal is? They don't. I don't think they're trying to manipulate him. Who I was. I don't think Eren's totally on their page though. She look kind of weird here. Oh, so she hid that even from her people. Dang, so he doesn't believe her. And he's trying to use what she's saying and kind of piece it all together. He's a little smart, old man. What the world, Hanji? No, he's not. Very observant, Hanji. Oh, we're going to get her backstory, huh? Wow. She took care of that. Are we going to see how Gabi and Falco are doing? Damn. He's trying to keep y'all out of it. And I highly doubt Eren is going to allow Zeke to manipulate him. They know their friend. Mm. Have somebody else to eat him. That's not gonna work. And Mikasa's not gonna let that happen. They think Eren's gonna allow them to kill him. Yep. Exactly. She said, I'm an Ackerman. I ain't gonna get caught. What the nuggets? Somebody blew the old man up? Don't tell me that's his body. Don't tell me that's the man's body. Oh my gosh. Right there. Dang. Hanji, what the hell are you going to do about this? No order. Give your hearts. What the hell is going on? That could have been them in that room. Wow, their eyes look like, oh shit. Y'all done fucked up. He said he's allowing y'all to keep him there. They got his ass out? Eren will understand. What the freaking fart nuggets? What the heck is going on? Eren! This is freaking killing me. Anti-motion. Jaegerist. This is an ugly name. But Levi's there. This is gonna be hard. Now they're getting apprehended. The Hizuru lady's there. He got a point. There's nothing y'all can really do against freaking Zeke and Eren if they're together. I love the way he thinks. No, he's trying to save y'all lives in the midst of all this chaos for right now. Exactly. Y'all, people are so one-sided when they think. Thank you. Get an opportunity to talk. For right now only, though. Look past it for right now. It kind of seems like maybe they probably placed it there to heighten their look, you know? Like poke the bear so their side looks a little bit better and point the finger. Mm, mm, mm. Damn, I can't rely on you. Exactly. Stop peeing sides. Just go for finding out the truth. Facts. Figure out the truth. Nicolo. Oh, Gabi and freaking Falco. Who's reading that newspaper? They're fucking there! They're there! They are there! Well, I'll be gosh dang it. They wasted no time in infiltrating. All right, you guys. So we have Eren not talking to nobody, so nobody knows the truth. I honestly, I'm trying to give Eren the benefit of the doubt that he is trying to keep his friends out of what's about to go down. He knows that he's going to have to do something to shake. There's so many different points of views that's going on in Paradise right now. People want to do things their way, another way, and then somebody was going to have something else better to say about how things are going down, right? So how I think it's going to happen is, well, how it's going down rather. I think Eren is just literally trying to cut ties. So when things hit the fan, it all will just fall onto his shoulders. Now, do I think that maybe his story and Zeke might have something going on, came to an understanding amongst the three? I kind of do think that maybe they do have an understanding amongst the three, and they probably understand that in order to probably protect the ones they love, they might have to cut ties with them and then do what's best for what they think is the greater good of the people. That's how I'm thinking this is all going to probably pan out. We see at the end Gabi and Falco showing up to this restaurant with with Sasha's parents and her family. And Hanji had made a point to say at the end also that Yelena had made paperwork having certain Marleyans into certain locations to work. Now this makes a little bit more sense. Like even the restaurants, we have Niccolo there. Even though Niccolo at first didn't want to be a part of the Eldians or anything like that, but he grew attached to Sasha, and I think that could have maybe helped him kind of sympathize with Yelena and then brought him closer to the restorationists that are there in Paradise. And they probably are going to try to flush out all the bad seeds they think will be holding them back for this new Eldia that they're trying to get to, and to achieve rather. Now, I don't understand how these folks thought that they were going to be able to kill Eren, you know what I'm saying, or have somebody use somebody as a Titan to then eat Eren. That was not going to work. Eren has the Founder Titan, the Attack Titan, and the Warhammer Titan within him. How do they feel or think that Eren would have even allowed them to get close enough to be able to do that? And I want to say as well, Eren and Hanji had that little talk within the jail cell, and Eren was like, "What plan do you have, Hanji?" Like he to me, he honestly felt like, if you have a better idea, Hanji, speak up. If you don't, then let me do what I think is right for the Eldian people. But he's still not disclosing what he thinks is right for the Eldian people, which I think is wrong. And then maybe if he was to come out to everyone, then maybe they would have found a plan together. But I think also with Eren is like, he doesn't think that, well, he doesn't want to feel as though he's bringing them into this mess and chaos that he's about to have to do. Sometimes for the greater good, people have to do, well, how they think at least, they feel as if they have to do something extreme in order to change things. And sometimes that is necessarily true. Something extreme has to happen for things to change. Because if you keep trying to beat around the bush, people are not going to take you seriously. So that's probably why he's acting out the way he is. And he just doesn't want his friends and the ones he care about to be caught up in the middle of it. Now, Yelena coming out to Pixis about her secret meeting with Eren. And then that comment she made us, like she wanted Eren to see who she was. I don't understand why she put so much focus on her saying she wanted him to see who she was. Not so much of seeing what we as the volunteers are trying to bring forth for Eldia, unless she just wants him to see who she was as a person, and for him to understand that all she wanted was for the greater good to come about. Maybe it can be, that comment can be taken into so many different ways. But yeah, we have that flipping. We have the premiere getting blown up, right? And they're believing that this chair that was brought into that room was the cause of the bomb. And then Armin and Mikasa said there were 3 scouts that they had mysteriously saw, just there. And they're believing that they might have some kind of pull to or connection to what's happening to the premiere. Now, of course, we have the scouts, and I forget the other ones. Was it the folks that kind of, with the horse things on the back? I forget what they're called at this moment. Now questioning each other. I guess the guy's name was Rogue. I don't trust him. I don't know why my gut is telling me not to trust him, but I don't trust him at this moment. I mean, he could have easily found 3 scout uniforms, had his people bring that freaking chair in, and then it blows up, and it just necessarily just looks bad on the scouts. You know what I mean? Because I feel as if when people have if they have something that they want to press forward and do, they'll do some down low things for their side to look like the better option. And that's just corrupt if he did do that. But that's just me assuming and just theorizing. But this episode was really freaking good. Eren is pretty badass. I don't know what he has planned, but I'm trying to have faith into hoping that he has a plan and he's just trying to look out for his amigos and all that stuff. That's just my hope. And I hope maybe Gabi being able to be with Sasha's family, seeing how not all Eldians are devils. They're the bad Eldians at least. I hope this can bring some insight for Gabi, because now she's able to see how they actually are. But I don't know how much it's going to change, because she kind of seems dead set in her ways, even being so young. And I just feel bad for Falco for having to watch over her here. Man, we saw old girl here. They're there. How they infiltrated so fast, I don't freaking know. They got there quick and in a hurry. They got there. I don't know, how did they sneak in? Do you guys think that maybe Zeke had told a couple of them about his plan? You know what I mean? Do you think he totally left all of them out of the loop? What do you guys think? I don't know, but I'm very curious to see. But yeah, without further ado, thank you guys for watching this reaction with me. I'm apologize for the long-winded intro that I did for you guys, like over 16 minutes of me just running my mouth and rant. But yeah, thank you guys for making it through, and I'll see you guys in the next reaction. Peace.